wanted to propose you some little practices to be more conscious of the body. Do you remember what we did yesterday? Yesterday, if you want, we do it again today. We will practice again these two little practices and one or two more practices. First practice yesterday was, if you want to sit well in your chair, the 2 feet on the ground, then you close the eyes, you ask the body to become relaxed. And then you imagine between the two ears, left and right, a straight line, and just at the middle of the straight line, you imagine the sign of the 8, joining left brain and right brain. Left brain, right brain. Then you start to breathe. Breathe in, you follow the first half of the 8. Breathe out, you follow the second half of the 8. And you can also move with the head from left to right to imitate the 8. Then you settle comfortably. You sit down just at the middle of the 8, between the left and the right part of the brain. And you stay quiet in this part, joining the whole head, but conscious of this part which is completing the vision of the whole head from the middle. And you practice anapanasati, breathe in, breathe out, consciously, just at the middle of the two brains, with the 8. In this state of well-being, you can now scan or evaluate the level of thoughts, the importance of thoughts. Almost no special thought present, No more in the past, no more in the future, just here. Observing, breathing in, breathe out. Remain the presence at the level of the head, at the middle of the left and the right, at the middle of the eight. With the perception of the whole head. Then you can also scan or evaluate the importance of the emotions, positive or negative emotions, very few also. And finally, you can evaluate, measure the level of well-being just by being here and now with oneself. And slowly, we will open the eyes. So, how was it for you? Pleasant, unpleasant, ordinary, pleasant? For who was it pleasant? For who it wasn't pleasant? Pleasant or unpleasant? Pleasant. Not present, pleasant. Okay. This little practice helps, if we practice every day, to become more conscious. This is meditation. Very simple meditation. And the more we listen, just by being here, open, through smelling, hearing, seeing, touching, the more we listen through all the senses organs, the more we are present. If we are neutral, present, not identified, and kind, the more we become aware, which is not the same than to be conscious. To hear, to listen, to perceive, so to be present through the body, to be conscious, then to be aware, and maybe to awaken. Maybe. And even there is some noise, children, the van, motorcycle, car, flies. Even with these noises, one should be able to hear the silence. Can you hear the silence, even with these noises? Can you hear the silence? If you cannot hear the silence and appreciate silence, it means one, two, three. It means mental is still too much present. It means conscience is not enough present. Then another possibility to work with the body in order to become more conscious is now to go down. We were at the level of the head. Now we will go down at the level of the lung and of the heart. I propose you a second practice, which is called cardiac heart coherence. Do you know the heart coherence? Coherence cardiaque. Do you know this? We practiced it yesterday at the same time, about 7:30 yesterday afternoon. You don't remember? Yes. Okay, if you want, we practice for a few minutes. We'll sit in the armchair. Ask the body to relax. Then anapanasati, but at the level of the lungs. To hear, to listen, breathe in through the lungs, breathe out through the lungs. While we breathe through the nose or the mouth, open mouth. While we breathe out through the mouth. At the level of the lungs, now we are imagine the heart is a third lung. While we breathe in, we imagine the heart is growing bigger. While we breathe out, the heart becomes smaller, empty. Breathe in, the heart is full of air, big, like a lung. Breathe out, the heart becomes empty and smaller. the level of the chest, imagine that the space in the chest, in the heart, is becoming wider, larger, longer, more important. That this space is opening. Listen and appreciate the space more and more important in the chest. And feeling, observing, perceiving that breathing is doing by itself. Slowly, in your heart, take a deep breath and now open the eyes. How was it for you? Pleasant, neutral, or unpleasant? For who it was unpleasant, negative? For who it was neutral, ordinary? For who it was very pleasant, pleasant? Okay. Same, if you practice this practice every day, as much as you can, you will become more conscious, aware, and maybe one day you will awake. You will be awake. Maharishi, Patrizzi became awake with Anapanasati, just hearing, listening, breathing, breathe out, and to relax the body, relax thoughts, getting peaceful emotions, just being present. Remember, silence, verticality, immobility, like the trees. Very simple, but not necessarily easy. How to become more conscious? Pascal told you this morning. Then, when we make our roots deeper, deeper and deeper, we can spread our wings. And the roots are very important, like the trees, to be present. We cannot be conscious if we are not present. Impossible. How are your own roots today? Do you know how they are? If they are good, ungood, powerful or weak? How are your roots? Comment sont vos racines? Puissantes ou faibles? Profondes ou peu profondes?
On va te donner ce que tu veux. fais ce genre de pratique, ça expanse la conscience, mais ce que tu l'assimiles à de la nourriture pranique. Je ne sais pas si tu l'as expliqué.
This beautiful lady is asking if practicing these practices help to become more conscious. One question, and the other one is if it helps maybe to be pranic fed, pranic nourished. All of these two practices, the 8 here and the heart breathing, are in fact some pranic nourishment. What do you think? Yes or no? Yes, it is pranic nourishment. It is a very good way to be nourished by prana. Very good way. Just to be present. Why? Because I told you yesterday that when we are aligned, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, we expand the level of the conscience at the level of the alpha state. We leave the lower state of beta state, which is the level of the thoughts, of the limiting beliefs, of the disalignment, of the perturbation, possible perturbation. Then each time that we reach the alpha state, we produce an energy. Remember, 4 sources of prana. Prana from the sun, prana from meditation, prana from love, heart, and prana from the divine. The science, the sciences proved that each time we meditate, we create a quantum, an energetic field in the brain, in the heart, and probably in some other parts of the body. Electromagnetic energy, which is a kind of prana, which is the result of being alight and expanded to the alpha state. To get the alpha state, you need to be less in the thoughts, more in the presence, in the feeling. To feel more, to think less. How to get this in harmony? How to make this in harmony? Just to practice the 8. To synchronize the 2 parts of the brains, left and right. Because when we synchronize, we produce the hormones of love, which are called endorphins from the brain, which is called oxytocin from the heart, the hormone of love, which is called also produced by the kidneys, not the kidneys, but above the kidneys, like a hat, which is
adrenal glands.
yes, endocrine gland.
Adrenal glands.
This one produces
dehydrogenase.
yes, yes. The H
EA.
DEA, DH, DHTA, yes, which is another hormone of happiness, another hormone of health, better health. And if you put the brain is like this, if you get half the brain, you will see that here there is like a snail, which is the most important part, almost most important part of the brain. Each time I forget the name, but this is where there are the most exchanges between left and right. Chemically speaking, electrically speaking, this is a very important part of the brain. In neurology, this is very, very, very important. And the more this part functions well in conscious, better health will become more conscious and happier by just being present. So, what about the roots? Let's speak a little bit about the roots. Where do the roots start for you? The roots, les racines. Where do the roots start? Do they start from beneath the feet? Where do they start? In the Chinese medicine, the roots start with the kidneys, then in the hips, then through the legs, calves, ankles, feet, and roots. What is the health of your roots? Are they well nourished? Are they strong? Are they deep? Are they wet or dry? Thin or thick? How are the true roots? The more present to the body we are, it means also the more present to the roots we are, the less we will be thinking. The more present we are, open, feeling, hearing, smelling in conscious, then conscious, aware, maybe awake. To be in the roots is very important. Do you know why? Because this is the process of the incarnation. When the mother is delivering the baby, that's what we lived, each one of us. Unconsciously, we are okay to live this life in this earth, or we are not okay. We don't want. Some people they don't want, but they have to live their lives. That's why some people have a lot of difficulties to be well seated in the presence of being here and now through the roots. Did you know that?
Yes.
There are unconscious process mechanisms for some people. A good way not to be present, a good way to refuse the incarnation is to go elsewhere, not here through the body conscience, but to be there, not here, thinking, believing that there is better than here. So the rules are very important. Now I propose you a third practice, visiting the roots, checking the roots, and offering to the roots what maybe they need to be stronger, in a better health. Would you like? So we go, once again, well seated in the chair. Close the eyes. Then put the attention at the level of the kidneys. In the lower back. Then we go down at the level of the hips. Then we go down at the level of the thighs. Then we reach the calves. The knees, the calves, then the ankles, and the feet. Put the attention at just beneath the feet, at the level of the skin, on the surface of the feet. And we dive in the universe, in the world of our rules. Looking after nothing, no thinking, no waiting, no forcing, no avoiding, just to be there in the rules. Could you scan, evaluate, feel are the left rules and the right rules? Is the left the same as the right? Or different? How is the left? How is the right? Then observe the thickness of the roots, the deepness of the roots. Are the roots light or dark? Are they wet or dry? Can you feel the roots are happy or not happy? How are the roots? Then through the intuition, inspiration, imagination, letting the things to be, not looking after anything special, just to observe, to be neutral, present, disidentified, just present. Ask your roots, maybe what they could need here and now to be better, to be healthier, to be happier as a root, What do the roots need, maybe? To live in a better way their lives of roots. Do they need more water? Do they need to be relaxed, less stressed? Do they need, in order to be stronger, do they need more self-confidence? Do they need more love, more trust, more freedom? What do they need? Then, what they need, you will bring them from the quantum field. You breathe in and you receive from the quantum field this quality, this desire, this need of the roots. You breathe out, you send them what they need. And you start to see the roots are transforming slowly or fastly. And now it's better. Now the roots are happier. Now the roots are smiling. Now it is lighter, deep in our throats. With much love, with much gratitude to these roots, to our body, to our brain, to our heart, gratitude. When you want, slowly, just open the eyes. I propose you to finish this little conference with the final word. With the final word said by our own master. Our master, which is silence. Thank you, everybody.